Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ryan Whitney in studio at the Kirk Minahan Show.
Oh, wow. He came in the studio for this one.
I just told Kirk I have notes. I haven't taken notes for chicklets before. I have notes.
Before we go.
Scumbag.
Dave.
You're such a,
can I do the ads? Can I do the ads? Let me do the ads. Let me do the ads. Jack Pocket. Feeling lucky? Well, get ready to try our luck with Jack Pocket, America's #1 lottery app. With Jack Pocket, you can order Powerball, Mega Millions tickets right on your phone. They even have official state lottery games everywhere. There are millions up for grabs right on your phone. New customers get a free lottery ticket using code Barstool. That's code Barstool for free Powerball or Mega Millions ticket. I think Powerball is like a million. One of them has a huge jackpot coming up soon. Don't wait. Download Jack Pocket now for your chance to win big. Good luck, Jack Pocket. All right, Tommy John. Obviously, been watching Surviving Barstool. We've been all over Tommy John. Hands down, best underwear I've ever worn. Everything Tommy John makes is meticulously crafted from breathable stretch fabric for perfect fit, including their loungewear and sleepwear for both him and her. Be the GOAT, the greatest gifter of all. I got multiple ads here. Be the greatest gift. It feels good to give, but it feels great to give. Tommy John, knowing you're upgrading their lives. With over 20 million pairs sold and thousands of 5-star reviews, giving Tommy John is a holiday tradition. Great days begin with great underwear. Hurry to TommyJohn.com/unnamed for your last minute holiday gifts and 30% site wide, 30% off just in time. Only at TommyJohn.com/unnamed.
All right. Let's try and pick through this carefully here because there's much to get to, particularly with Surviving, I think, and other stuff. But Whitney has not been on the air, Dave, I don't think, since I think you went on Pat McAfee to talk about Surviving, but I don't think
that was by the way, that Tommy John ad, like Biz is either gonna get he's gonna get a personal deal from them or he's gonna go to prison. Like I thought his cock was gonna come out of the Tommy John underwear.
Was his penis on Rumble last night? I was
probably.
Jesus.
Yeah, how about Dave saying there's no swearing on YouTube? Like there's swearing nonstop on
there
YouTube.
Is swearing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why I don't know what
you don't know what you're talking about.
No, what do we have to blur? Well, then I was told no swearing.
Well, you've never seen a swear on YouTube?
That's what they told us that we had to blur. They don't like
right
us
now, right?
Yes.
Well, fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Live. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm told.
I don't. Scumbag.
You're a scumbag. This whole entire game, and I don't know. Like,
we have to be we have to keep temperature because when you get angrier, spoilers, I think, become more. We have a dump button, right?
We do.
What's the second delay we have?
I know Austin's on Instagram, but put Insta down for a second and just pay attention to the show. I think we'd all be better off, right, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you so mad about?
What am I so mad about? Well, we'll get it. This is a rigged fucking game. This was a joke. Well, this game, you had no bit like. I'm saying with
like you're not even making sense.
She's like, how is this guy in this? She was watching with this. She's like, how is Dave in this? How is Dave in this? I said, I know. Now you see everything come out, and then the person you turned into, and like Moobs is a little girl, like you're a fucking.
Let me say something. And this clip was on the internet. Ryan Whitney, the intro video. That Ryan Whitney he walks into Surviving Barstool like this, sits down. My only goal is to get rid of Dave Portnoy. And now he's crying like a little girl that Dave Portnoy, the big bad wolf, got rid of him.
Because I didn't know going into the show that more than half the cast would. Well,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this game, and we're not going to spoil, but I will just say this. There are players in the game who shouldn't, like Moobs, who I think I just got a tweet, has not cried since 10 o'clock. So that's great. That's great progress. Moobs should not be in the game. First of all, she's a fucking content zilch on the game. Secondly, she's in your pocket. And last night was the lowest moment, not of your career, of your life, on Surviving Barstool, where you're like, I can't vote her out because she's going to be really upset.
Hold on. Is Rico Bosco not in your pocket, Skip? Is Rico Bosco not in your pocket, Skip?
Rico Bosco, is he in your pocket, Dave?
He's in your pocket, Skip.
We'll see. It's a long game.
But I'm saying his life. Would Rico Bosco ever do anything to you? And I got stabbed last year, episode 2. Jersey Jerry put a knife in me, episode 2.
The world would end before I said, hey, you know what, guys? it would upset Rico off the air personally. I just guys.
Yeah, what are you talking about right now?
It hurts on that couch with Mintzy and Clemmer, but I'm playing my game. I'm doing my game, and you're sitting there looking for your 7-iron.
Like Billy Madison at recess.
You can, you know what? Cry from the bleachers, Whitney. Let me reiterate. Ryan Whitney, nobody will vote for Dave. Ryan Whitney, sit down. What do you want to do this game? I just want to get rid of Dave. That's all I care about. And then I cut his head off, and now he's crying. It's crazy.
You got guys handing him idols, guys who are afraid. You know, Francis said he was afraid.
Francis tried to get me.
Francis coming on to talk about what happened when he left.
Francis tried to get me. How is Francis would have voted? He couldn't pull it off.
The problem with that is Francis put a blog post up yesterday basically saying he fucked up. So we're gonna have
and I fucked up too. I'm not coming in like sitting on the couch watching the President's Cup, like looking back, like Moobs is legit crying in her confessional, and I wouldn't stop watching the President's Cup. The U.S. was up 15-0.
Yeah. So what are you crying about?
I'm just like the fact that you're not only you have people that you know would never vote you out because of contract stuff. Second,
like who?
Dave, cut the shit.
Who?
Are you serious?
Dave, Moobs was never going to vote you. You have people who are afraid of you in the game. And listen,
who? You're saying Moobs?
Going into the game. Well, that's a player in the game. Going into the game, I knew, as opposed to last year where people got early kills on you and Dan. I said, look, these guys are going to consolidate and play a smart. I knew going in that these were the rules, so I'm not upset about it. But it is a reality.
Upset about then?
Huh? Because he's out right now.
Because
he's crying like a little baby.
No, I understand.
I'd rather you say thank you for finding your 7-iron.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I think I might have.
I don't ever remember being as angry as I was leaving that show for like 24 hours. Like I was saying things. I don't know if it's going to be on camera. The worst things possible.
You're like, I want to kill this fucking guy.
And for anyone tweeting me, hey, you told Rico Francis had an idol. Fuck you. Once I'm out of that game, I don't give a shit. I'm sitting in that room. I'll ruin anyone's game possible. I also walked out. And I just saw Francis standing in the kitchen. Oh, you're a fucking scumbag too, Francis. Not even knowing that he voted against me. But your whole, like, you and Dan, like, oh, we didn't put your name down. Dan, check the tape.
Well,
check the tape. That's the biggest pussy cop.
Oh, I loved it. I was laughing.
You came into my house.
You can say that about Dan. I was glad you were gone. I was glad you were bleeding. I loved it.
You brought me into a house and somebody else put a bullet in my skull.
Fine. Yes. Yes.
This is where Dave's a phony is. If you were a 24-year-old girl at the company, he wouldn't do that.
No,
Zaddy.
And he wouldn't. And he wouldn't. And then he loses Grace. And now she's at Unwell. You're a little fucking brat.
No, we can't. You're going to get fired if you say that. Don't say that.
Listen, but this is simple math. The big guy over here, if I let him get together with those other 3 guys, they may be able to form a full chromosome. All right, the 4 of them together may get one working brain cell. There was no way that was happening.
One of those guys won the game last year, so he must know how to play to some extent.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't let this Patsy get over there. I knew he had to go. Of course I knew it. Now, do I have a soft spot? Like, did I treat him sort of like I treat Grace O'Malley and Brianna? Yes, I did, because I told him what was happening. That was weakness by me. I should have lied to him. I was trying to throw him a life raft. He's too stupid to take it.
No,
what is that? What are you talking about, Grace O'Malley? What was that to do with that?
I'm saying I treated him like one of these young girls. Everyone, I was pathetic with Ryan Whitney. I was pathetic.
Great, you treated Grace.
I was pathetic with Ryan Whitney. I was pathetic. I should have lied to him. I told Whitney. I said, "Are you voting for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, you better go do something." And he sat down and watched the President's Cup.
No, I admit I was horrible at that.
That was
game.
a great last hour.
I was horrible. I didn't know how to play the game. I'd never seen Survivor. Totally on me. Like I've been playing this game.
Do you know how shocked I was to realize that you were blindsided? I was like, holy shit, I've known this guy for 20 years. He's that dumb.
Blindsided by Dan more.
Once Dave says to you, Dave says to you, yeah, I think I'm going to vote you out.
He never said that.
Yeah, but he did. But then your reaction can't be I'm going to go sit and watch golf.
I know. I was so mad, and then I was like, what do I do now? What do I do now? I got no plays left.
But how did you not know it was coming, you dummy?
Let me hear this.
Because I trusted Dan, that rat.
Well, he's a scumbag. Go ahead.
I don't think. I'm not gonna
If you want to start this right now, I want to just...
What?
Say you're not going to vote for me, I won't vote for you.
You can't do that every time. I already did that fucking thing.
What do you mean?
I never did that.
All you gotta
Yeah,
say
you
is
did
this
it. You
time
did it the
around.
round before.
Earlier in the game, you did. It's on the game.
I'm hearing you and Moobs. I said, who you voting for? He said, I can't answer that. Kind of was like, uh-oh, I'm in one right now.
And I might
Nothing
have to
gets
go
past
start
him.
a little mute. Because
Well, no,
I
I'll
also
be.
think you're calling
Yeah,
us
cut
out
this
there.
for a sec.
I'm not.
I knew. I was like, I'm like, this is possibly me. And what went through my head was, I just got to stay alive here. I think there's a chance, but I trust Dan. Biggest mistake of my life. And I thought, content-wise, like Moobs has been here for 5 seconds. Like he'll just keep me around for content. Big mistake by me. Big mistake.
Yeah, that was not a
I didn't know
decision.
I didn't know you were a pussy. I didn't know you were ever going to vote on a little girl.
But I am a pussy. I tried to.
No,
Listen,
you're the movie.
I tried to give you a ladder to get out of the ditch, and you wouldn't climb.
Dave, you're in the game, and you choose who's in the game.
Exactly. There you go.
I mean,
there you go.
I know that's
There
fine.
you go.
And I know
you signed your paychecks.
Yeah, and I know that going in, so I'm not going to. But those are facts.
I'd love to put a list together of the combatants and see who you guys actually think is afraid to vote for me. That's a crazy.
I don't want to, because then we're going to get into spoiler territory, so I'm not going to do it.
True.
But there are people, you know that. And look, Francis was saying that you didn't sign this contract.
That is bullshit. Francis made that. Francis tried to vote for me.
That's what he said.
Francis, well, I don't even think we could have got you. I don't even. Francis would have been willing, I think, to get.
He tried to.
And later on, when he knew he was
like a
dead,
fucking idiot,
and it was Roan. It was Roan who said to him, "We got to get him." And then he went to Rhea.
All right.
Ron played it.
I was asking Rhea, like, when's your wedding and shit? Knife right in the back. But I knew she'd knife me. I knew she'd knife me. But Dave, like,
I told you were going home. I told you.
You should keep Mintzy around for content. So I'm like, man, they'll just keep me around for content. And then if we win a challenge, which God knows we weren't going to win a challenge with you, the most unathletic man I've ever seen in my life. Maybe. You're a disgrace at these challenges. I wasn't even very good at them. But I was like, I think I'll stay around.
I had one bad challenge. One bad challenge. I'm dyslexic, possibly, but whatever. It's better off.
And you got people handing this guy idols left and right. It's just fucking unbelievable.
Got one idol given to me.
I earned mine, but yeah.
So, what an ending when Kirk grabbed that. What an ending. But I did. I trusted Dan. I went to Dan earlier. No. Let's get Dave. I don't know why they never.
Yeah. Again. Just pause. I want a timeout. I want a timeout here.
Like David.
I've never seen somebody who keeps saying
together.
I've never seen anybody keep saying, "Let's get Dave. Let's get Dave. Let's get Dave." All I want to do is get Dave, and then complain that I got him. I've never seen anything like it.
That's why all the blame. Like I understand what you did. Yeah. I can't be mad at you. I still am because you're such a little bitch with Moobs and like she's 21. She might start crying. She's already.
Hey, all right. So let me ask you this. Hey,
she doesn't cry.
Hey, let me ask you this, Whitney. Everything you said, in my shoes, would you rather stay with Moobs, who you trust, or your snake ass, who has made it quite clear your entire game plan is to get me out?
For content, keep me in the game.
I'm in to win the game. What was your content? Yeah, your content was unbelievable. Your content was unbelievable. You're on the ropes and you watch the President's Cup for 2 hours.
Well, here's the other thing. I don't care about that. Pause it. Here's the other thing, though, is Dave. The point is like, you trusted Moobs, but the point is you put her in the game because you knew you could control her.
Exactly.
That is absolutely not true.
You had alliance with her before the game started. You said that.
I think you hired her to put her in the game.
Yes, that's exactly. I mean, there's no question.
You two are wonderful idiots. Let me explain something to you.
Sure, go ahead.
Moobs, wildly popular on TikTok. Huge. That's why we hired her. She was not in the game.
She fucking stinks in the game.
She was not in the game. Right? Brianna dropped out a couple days before, and I had a female replace her, Moobs, and she knew nobody. I'm like, Moobs will be a day one alliance. That's how the alliance was created. It wasn't some forethought. Moobs wasn't in the game till like a week before.
When Chickenfry dropped out of the game, did you consider just canceling Surviving so we could all agree?
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, maybe we should do a visual. and you could lead it, Zaddy, and Sister Kirk could lead the vigil.
We should have it to her house. We could have just done it there so she didn't have to travel.
You're just mad over there. Whitney loved the show. His wife's watching and going, how stupid are you to be sitting watching the fucking President's Cup? Dave Portnoy looked you in the eye.
Why are you sitting there?
You're going home and you sat there.
No,
it's not a great
looking back, even saying I trusted Dan who ratted me, he said in the confessional, like, I was gonna knife both of you guys. So yeah, I'm just mad you got me. I'm just mad you got me before I could get you. That's what I'm most bitter about. And I believe
how about looking like an absolute asshole? I was weak.
Black Tribe. If I got on that Black Tribe, this game is, oh, what a different world. This
ifs and buts were candy every day would be Halloween.
Can I be honest? So you would have got like somebody, because you were a follower. So they would have just chopped your head off.
I know, but I think as the game.
Who was the guy? You had such a little respect. So who was the guy saying, here's who we're going to go. We're going to take this guy, this guy, this guy. You're sitting there like a loaf of bread.
I didn't think you'd do it. I knew. I'm like, I could be dead here, but they won't do it. I go, they won't do it yet.
But he did say it to you like a half hour before, like an hour before.
No, he's like, you were Moobs. You were Moobs. You were Moobs.
What? You asked me, will you promise that you're not voting for me? I said no.
In my head, dumb, all on me. I was like, he won't do me yet. He won't do me yet. Right. He won't do me yet. That's what I kept thinking. And then he did me, and the rage. And then, I mean.
Well, it led to the finger wag, which is worth the whole thing for me.
By the way. Also, when your super
I couldn't speak.
Your super alliance that you tried to form with me. Hold on, your super alliance was like, let's form an alliance to the merge.
I want to address that.
And then I'm like, well, what about after the merge? And you're like, can't help you.
We're on our own.
Can't help you.
So we're on our own.
So another pathetic gameplay by me, not knowing the game. I actually thought when you got to individual, like final merge, I was like, every man for himself. Like, I'm so stupid. I wasn't thinking like you're still
voting.
I know. But I was like, just get there. And then you win challenges, you fight for yourself.
You're not helping your case.
But I did, my gameplay was horrible.
Maybe I would have tried to do something. You told me 20 different ways you were gonna knife me. 20, and then you cry when I knife you.
I know. My main mistake was thinking that you wanted like people in for good content until the final merger. Then it was just stab everyone.
Your main mistake is you're dumb.
I didn't know you still needed a team in the final merger. I never watched the game. If there's ever another one, I'll watch all 47 fucking seasons and try to figure it out.
I don't care. We're in next season. I don't care what's. You and I are going to be in next season. I don't care what the rules are. I don't care who's playing.
Although I don't even know if I want to be in without him in, because
I want him in. I want him in. He's the first fucking guy who's going out next season. There's no question.
No, because he'll just hire some 18-year-old girl for Tennessee. Hey, come on, it's Barstool. Come on, Survivor.
I can't believe what happened the other day. Dave Portnoy. All right, yeah, it's all that fucking shit.
Hey, how funny was it though that Moobs legit had real Survivor guilt that I was gone? Like we were flying a plane together and it went down and she lived and I died.
Well, yeah, probably that because you were putting on such a song and dance. If I didn't know you, I'd be like, this guy's on suicide watch.
When?
After you got eliminated.
Because you took my club.
You were fucking crazy about that club stuff though. Like
that was
2 seconds after eliminated. Who stole my 7-iron? I'm like, what is this? You can't even leave the building.
I mean, why would somebody just steal the 7-iron in the wedge?
I don't know. Somebody. And that brings up another point. Some people are like, well, why'd you leave your bag around? It's like, I didn't think people would be going through bags in this game. That was a joke that all of a sudden you can just rip through people's bags. And I still don't know who did it. It was probably Moobs after you told her, go through Witt's golf bag and grab his 7-iron.
True.
She's like, oh, do I zipper up the bag after, Mr. Portnoy? You fucking prick.
I love it. What about you and Biz? Your bond. What about that? What about that alliance? That's stronger than me and Moobs?
What?
Well, is you and Biz stronger than me and Moobs?
I'm not.
Whitney doesn't pick all the players in the game, Dave. You do.
I tried to pick a wide array of people.
That's a dumb example because that's just stupid.
I've tried to pick a wide array of people. It's a great cast.
I agree. I'm enjoying the season. The season's great, but like you can't deny that is a factor.
You guys are mad. One person. I have an alliance. I have one pre-show alliance, and you guys are mad about it.
Yeah, somebody you handpicked yourself to be.
And then she wasn't even in the original.
And then another girl that you just feel bad that you made her cry 5 years ago.
Rhea created the alliance with me.
100%.
No.
100%. You're Soft Dave now, Marshmallow Man Dave. Everything.
You know what Soft Dave did? Soft Dave went home and he put the knife with your blood on it and framed it. Soft Dave has your guts all over his house. Soft Dave put you in a grave. So I don't know how soft Dave is.
How was that shoulder of his when he threw Grace under the bus? Do you think it was?
No, but he treated her so good.
Daddy, we're gonna get Sister Kirk.
So good that she's with Alex Cooper now, laughing.
Good for her. Good for her.
What a fucking job you did. And let me tell you, that game where I got knocked out, oh my God, it was 4-4. I forgot Francis had a throw to win. Well, I forgot. And
you don't beat Kirk. Yeah, you know, in a big spot, I beat Francis every time.
Other hilarious part of that challenge. So when, what part was it? You missed. Yeah. You missed. And your immediate reaction after you missed to win was to point at one of our guys like we were stepping off a platform. Like, you can pull it up.
You got to play the game.
He misses to win and just looks. He's like, oh,
like, just play the game. You got to play the game. You're trying to win. Unlike Rico Bosco, I'm trying to win these games, you know?
Oh, the edit that they gave Rico.
They made him look horrible.
By the way, talk about Whitney being dumb. I was talking to Will driving in this morning. I'm like, we had no fucking idea Rico was doing this stuff to this extent. Like, he was really on your team.
Rico, they kept doing it. They kept having him say things that he thought was secrets that the whole cast of. I woke up to just a text. I'm hurt. He's like, I'm hurt.
This morning?
Like, yeah, he's upset. Because he's like, you were gonna kill me right away. I go, that's a sign of respect.
Well, so, he is the ultimate scumbag.
Rico.
I hate Rico's fucking.
I would have rather had Gilly hitting my golf club in the simulator than fucking Rico. He was the one. No wonder I can't hit that club.
You should throw that club in the fucking ocean.
Oh, Dave, this whole fucking show, this whole goddamn show. Yeah, I was horrible. Horrible gameplay. But I think I was dead the minute I grabbed that red flag. Like,
yep.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you weren't so stupid and said, hey, I'll work with you.
Look at this fucking guy. Jesus, that club's done. Anyone want 7-iron? I just don't, Dave.
Maybe if you said you would work with me after the merge.
What could I have done?
Nah, you're lying. You would have killed him.
You were never working with me.
He was still dead at that point.
I have a soft spot for the weak, as you guys have seen.
Like, okay, then why did you get Clemmer out before me?
Annoying.
That's fair. I can't argue that. You can't argue that.
He coming up to me every 2 seconds. Pizza 4, this, that. We're good. It's like, hey, get this fucking guy out of here.
Whitney has to go. And I like Ryan, and that's part of the cloud of my judgment. I want to keep him because I like hanging out with him.
There's also an edit of me. There's also an edit of me saying.
Pick, but Whitney.
Yeah, they actually helped me on the edit where they buried Rico. There's an edit of me saying Moobs is done.
I love that.
Moobs is done.
I love stuff like that in the game. I saw Clemmer like a half hour before the vote, and he was having lunch or whatever. And I was like, "How you feeling?" He's like, "Good." He took a bite. He's like, "Really good." I love moments like that.
One of those
all the way.
I've been texting with the Meathead clan. That clip of the 3 of them finding out I got the idol. Will's screaming at the heavens. This is my favorite clip of the show. They're so rattled. These 3 morons. These 3 goons.
That's the idol.
See, almost cried. Compton almost cried.
This is a simple fix. We win this one. Davies.
Look at Compton.
And it feels like because Francis could have saved the whip, but he didn't do it. He just went with Dave because I'm hearing that he's got contracts coming up, so he just.
Rigged game.
Rigged.
Look at
Francis bent the knee to somebody.
I text him, I go, boys, it's better be.
By the way, Biz by far is the angriest of anybody. Stuff.
Once you gutted me, he was like, these fucking rats, and I get it. That's true friendship. And that's two guys who love each other.
I think Dan legitimately would have sucked Biz's dick in the bathroom. He was like so scared.
He was like, "You want me to wipe? You want me to wipe?"
Shut the
I loved it. I was telling Biz, I was taunting your boy. I said hello to him. It was getting at him so bad. Like, he's in business so mad. He's like, you did that? I was like, yeah. He's like, when? At the elimination. I gave a finger point for you. I've been texting him today. I sent him that clip. I go, I got to thank you guys for this clip. The pure fear and respect you show me here means the world to me. It really does. Better to be feared than loved. And I sent just the caption of Will looking up, being like, poor Willie screaming to the heavens for help. Oh, I loved it. That scene, oh, it was like just such adrenaline to see them so rattled with their one chromosome.
And I think that they're leaving keys out. Like Rhea finding 2 keys. Fuck that. Like they're putting keys.
CTE 3. That could be it.
I mean, to be fair, wait, I found one on a treadmill, so I can't really. I
think they knew we got to get Kirk one of these things. Now, granted, there might have been one right in front of me watching the President's Cup, and I didn't even see it. I was so enraged. I also like. Yeah, I guess at the end, I texted Will and Biz, and I said, gut Dan, get Dan. And just knowing I was done, it was, I
told you when I was last year, when Jerry got me, it was like 48 hours of the most intense rage I've had in like a year.
Which they would share with me last year, obviously. Like I was I was walking up and down the street in Manhattan for like 3 hours after.
You got to do that? Because I had to go to a house with Clemmer and Mintzy.
I'd rather live on the street.
When I found and then getting eliminated, and you're going to that house. I'm like, I had 4 nights left in that house, and I walk in and I see these 2 fucking idiots, and I'm like, oh my God. And then later when Francis came to the house, the night with Francis and Clemmer, holy shit.
Moving the game.
Clemmer would not stop talking about the game, enough to the point where I'm like, all right, I just left. I must have smoked a pound of weed that day just to shut my brain off. And finally, Francis is like, shut the fuck up, Clemmer. Clemmer thought he could win the game. He kept going through the routes to win the game.
When you saw Dr. Clemmer, it's like Clemmer finished second. He just talking. He's like, well, if I had done this and this and this and this and this, yep.
Nobody thought they had more control over the game with doing nothing than Clemmer.
It's true.
Yeah, at least I knew I didn't know what I was doing. He was like, I'm running this whole thing. Meanwhile, he's getting stabbed before me, who's a part of the entire other team alliance.
So you and I, Dave, right now. You gave yours. You and I right now have idols, right? Or did you give yours to Rhea?
Nice internet.
He froze.
I froze. I'm back. You and I, Dave, is where I heard the last.
We have idols right now, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So you just gave yours to Rhea in case you got voted out.
Oh no, I don't have. Yeah, right.
No,
I do not have an idol.
Yeah, you don't have an idol. Yeah.
I don't. I gave it to Rhea.
Right.
Because I thought that I thought there was a chance that I could go home if I didn't think he had the idol.
Why didn't you play it? Why didn't either one of you play that last night?
Well, it was the right move.
You were that. I know.
I didn't think I was going home.
You didn't think Rowan had an idol, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think they'll show more in the next.
Yeah.
I saw the Rowan fake idol, so I knew that one wasn't real. Whether he had a different one, you take the risk.
The Arian Foster one?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I would just say they teased the do you remember that text?
Oh, I was fucking fuming.
Somebody has to be in charge.
I get in the kitchen and I'm still my mind was racing. Then I realized the 7-iron's gone. I'm like, I'm quitting this fucking company. I hate these people so much. And then I grab something to drink, and Mintzy's like, hey, you gotta make sure you drink the bottle. I was like, you fucking Pete, shut up. Came up to me with that content idea.
That was a good idea. That's a good idea.
I don't know the idea. I think it was just sell brick watches.
Yeah, it's a good. I think that idea is going to fly. I think.
And he came running from downstairs. Hey, I got the best idea in the world. I got the best content idea of my life.
Here it is.
Guys, what's up? I'm here hanging with Mintzy. He just came up to me and said, I think I just had the greatest content idea of my life. I said, all right, let's film it. So here we go, Mintzy.
My life might be a stretch, but I have a really good moment of clarity where I realize we're coming to the Georgia Ole Miss college football show. We're really
You'll be there, right?
Oh, yeah. We got the Brick, but just want to thank Dave Portnoy and Brick Watch for supporting the Grove Collective.
Let's see the watch. I'm zooming in.
Yeah, to help raise money.
Bink.
We sold a bunch, and we're going to re-push it because we showed we're coming to the SIP. when Brandon Walker has to step foot.
What talking about? What the fuck is he? What is going on?
Big Muppet, Brandon.
All you Ole Miss fans are
okay,
wearing watches to know.
Dave, do you think
another guy in the game? Another guy in the game.
Do you think do you think Mintzy would ever vote you out of the game ever? Ever,
Dave?
Probably not.
Dave.
Yeah, that's
but again, Mintzy was a quite literally like last second addition.
But he's in the game.
He was good content.
I agree with that. That's a different conversation, but I'll give you that. But he was good content. But you just said you don't care about content when you voted.
But you have Biz who wouldn't vote out Whit, and you have Bosco who wouldn't vote out Skip.
You picked the players in the game, though.
So what? I don't understand. It wasn't like I wasn't tailoring the game towards me. If I was tailoring the game towards me, you guys wouldn't be in it because I know you'll vote me out in a heartbeat.
2 fucking seconds.
You think Bosco's more with Kirk than you?
Oh, yes. Bosco voted me out last year.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see.
Bosco voted me out last year.
All right. Any other surviving thoughts?
Yeah.
Body Armor. Surviving Barstool out now. Presented by Body Armor Sports Drink. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, nothing artificial. Body Armor Sports Drink has great tasting flavors. Strawberry, banana, orange, mango.
Body Armor with.
Get yours today at Walmart or a Losi grocery store. Listen, everyone's mad too. They're like, why the delay? Why is it not coming back? A couple of reasons we did. Obviously, holidays. And if you haven't seen it, it lets people catch up. You have a gap. But I'll say,
you can't run them during. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we're doing that.
Yeah. Are you going to say something else, though? No?
I was going to say, for the people, if we get every episode over 1 million views, I'll release them early. That's a long way to go.
You release them.
Are any of them at 1 million yet?
Yo, the first one. Yeah.
Dave, I think it's a bad idea because.
Fine. Cut the idea.
No, I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying. No, it's okay. What do I know? But I'm just saying. Then we're not going to be around to react to it. Other people can't. I just feel like then it's kind of on its own.
True.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets pretty
yes, that makes sense. I wasn't sold. That idea I retract.
So the idol situation with Francis,
which I agree. I'm with Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. I was at the house on the side of like Francis, like this.
Yeah, you were texting me. Yeah.
It was so evident that he meant like, hey, if I'm done, like even if you're holding it, it's just take it if I stay, but if I'm gone, just get rid of it. I didn't know that the real Survivor rules. This is where it's like
to me, it was an absolute no-brainer.
No,
he's like, he's holding the idol. He's like, if I die.
You knew Survivor well enough that it's like physically holding it. Like obviously,
once you give it to somebody, it's theirs.
If you give it to Dave, then you're eliminated. How could you possibly expect it to be gone? I don't even.
Me neither.
I didn't know Survivor rules. I thought it was more like.
Would you have done that? I would have never done it. Even I didn't know the rules.
I would stab myself in the throat with an idol before I gave it to this asshole. I would have never, ever, ever given you an idol.
People are
and again, Ryan. That's why you were on the couch crying in your Cheerios.
Hey,
I knew that.
Sometimes you need a game as a little warm up. Unfortunately, it was this big ass cast, and I didn't know what I was doing. I can admit that, but I did see Francis' side of being like, all right, I'm out, but he doesn't get to keep the idol. I got that.
That's crazy.
The only people who didn't get that were people who like know Survivor.
You think whenever whoever.
No, you're wrong.
There's enough like comments within the internet that totally.
That's you know why? Because they're against me.
Dave got it. I do agree with that. I don't want to defend him because I fucking hate him right now. But he is right about that. That is inarguable.
You think with anyone else, if that went down, people wouldn't have been like, no, he just
totally different ball game.
If it went to like Mintzy, people would think it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, or you or somebody that's.
Yeah, if I got it, people might not love it.
They wouldn't like it if Kirk got it, but
probably not. But like that's.
And so you think, under your logic, whoever finds the idol at any point in the game, if they die, that dies with them, regardless they've given it away?
Say that again.
Well, so Dave gets the idol, right?
Yep.
And let's say 6 episodes from now, like Dave wants to play it. You think Jeff's gonna be like, well, no, like that doesn't make any sense. The idol has to live. Once you hand it off, it lives.
Like say Kirk's idol that he found. He gives it to somebody, and then Kirk dies. That idol just dies whenever the person who originally found it.
I will say Jeff didn't give Jeff's language in this answer was not perfect, which he has said. But I don't care To me, it's not Jeff's job to answer that question.
No. And by the way, the way I handled it tells it, because I got up and I walked away because I didn't think he was going to give it to me right away. And then he's like, "Oh, you don't want it?" I'm like, "You're going to give it to me now?" And then he's like, "Yeah." So I went back and took it.
So Francis, I'm sorry. Wait, if Francis said to you, "Hey, Dave, don't vote for me, and when this is over, the vote's over, I will." Essentially, he's using his idol right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's
right.
Saying, I'm handing you. Would you have not voted for him there?
No, probably not. I still was voting for him no matter what.
Okay. So he was dead no matter what.
Yeah,
unless he played it, of course.
Well, even if he didn't vote, even if you didn't vote for him, Big Cat and Rhea had him, right? So he was
right. The numbers were the numbers.
So I just, now that it's come out and I've I guess been told that Survivor rules, how it works, I do understand that it was correct that you got to keep it. But at the time, I totally got where Francis was coming from. And I think a lot of people did.
I still don't.
You, Mintzy and Clem were fired up, huh?
Mintzy's that move was diabolical. The move did nothing, and Mintzy thought it was fucking.
What was Clemmer saying?
Clemmer was mumbling. I had the pizza floor. I had the pizza floor. He was talking to himself.
This is like a great television moment.
You just said. Nope. Wait, you just said. If I get voted out of the game, the idol dies with me.
As in, if you were holding on to it, you can't vote.
Physically holding it, I didn't know. I didn't know it was like if you're physically holding that idol, it's yours.
But that's where because he asked the question when he still had the idol. He's like, if I die, the idol dies. You're holding it. Yes.
I feel like you can even say, I'm going to play this idol. Until you hand it to Jeff, it's yours. Until you let go of it, it's yours.
Yeah, I now know that I'm incorrect on this. Like I've been incorrect on this entire fucking game.
Well, except for the movies.
But I got it at the time of being like, whoa. I thought, but it's Survivor. I guess there's no rule. It's actually Scumbag Survivor. It's the dirtiest Survivor of all time.
It gets dirty. It gets dirtier. It gets dirty.
Dirtiest Survivor all time. Ryan Whitney. I told you were going home, and you didn't do it. You didn't even try to save yourself. How dirty is that?
I didn't think you were doing it. How could I have saved myself? Just look for an idol? I promised myself going into the shit.
You could go ski. You could go try. You can go grab Rowan and say, hey, let's just try. I think I'm out. Let's fucking see if we can swing somebody. Let's see if we can swing.
I tried that with Dan earlier. He said no to Dave, and then I brought it up to Francis, and then he said no because he needed a new contract. And we didn't even bring up what happened. So for everyone at home,
hold his contract over him, Dave.
Yes.
It's so deplorable. It's deplorable.
Francis's deal was up. It was up before Survivor started.
The man is trying to make a living.
And he had texted Dave, and Dave hadn't gotten back to him.
Oh, listen. Francis called me 4 months ago.
It's really deplorable.
Let me all right. People hear this, they're gonna know that you're the Wizard of Oz back there with Moobs and fucking Mintzy and Rico and just running the whole game that you created. And Francis needs a new contract, and he's like, "Oh, where is this thing?" And he gets 7 concussions, and he gets knocked out, then he gets stabbed in the back, and he gives away an idol, and he gets into an Uber. Which, by the way, you guys were sending us fucking minivans. Like, you'd think a black town car could pick us up, like not an Uber X to leave that fucking shithole.
Those were tough.
So then Francis gets in the car, and he's obviously fuming as I was and everyone who's eliminated. And he opens up his email, and he has a legit new contract in his email 7 minutes after the fucking elimination.
You can't defend that.
It's random,
You
dude.
can't defend that.
Fuck you.
You can't defend that.
I had nothing to do with it, but I love it.
Oh my God.
Fuck you.
That's ridiculous. He got eliminated.
I love it.
I think he would have had a new contract if he hadn't given you the idol.
People want
the idol and everything.
The boogeyman does this. This is like Bill Belichick in his prime. People looking for bugs in their hotel room and everything else.
Age girls.
What's that?
You do like the same age girls.
Yeah, I'm 20 years younger than he is. 30.
30?
How old is he? 70?
He's like 75.
Dave,
right?
the guy got a new contract the minute he got knocked out after giving you an idol, and you're saying it's random. It's just too impossible. The odds of it are too wild.
When you've dealt with your contracts, who have you dealt with? Dave. Same with me, Dave. So who is Francis? Who's the random third person?
Well, listen, Francis, 4 months, 5 months ago, he calls me. This is why I hate this company. Hey, just question. Nobody knows. I'm getting divorced. Like, do I have a job for life here? I'm like, yeah, you do. So I don't know. The contract shows up 7 minutes after. Big whoop.
I thought you told me once I had a job for life. You fucking fired me last week. So
4 minutes.
Who's to say? I don't.
4 minutes.
I'm just saying.
I thought you were getting fired again yesterday. You brought it up again, but
I can't. I said in my show, this fucking guy can't stop talking about the story. Like, stop talking about it, Dave. Stop. So
I was on a podcast.
That 8-minute video was fucking mind-numbing, dude.
I know you think you're right, but the court of public.
Oh, you watch all 8 minutes, Whit?
No, I actually shut it off.
Then don't talk about it.
I saw it was 8 minutes through 4 minutes. I go, he hasn't said anything yet.
So you watch 4 minutes?
4 minutes of that
Thanks
shit.
for
I'll
the
never
views.
get it back.
I'd
rather hang with Mintzy and Clemmer than watch that video.
I'm not speaking to you. It's a different world. Kirk knows about it. Sister Kirk, Zaddy Kirk. They're pushing this guy up on the Reddit things now, so he knows this world.
I mean, I'm not going to knock my sisters, okay? When Zaddy talks, they listen. I don't even want me to say. What is this? The hell
in
is
love
this?
with you? Yes. Yes, I am.
I'm so in love with you. I hope you know. Darling, your love is more than worth its weight in gold.
Good picture, actually.
You look great in the Adidas shirt.
Daddy, they love him. They love him.
Said on his show yesterday that there was actually like a bad thing about him on Reddit. And they deleted it right away.
So that's the way I like it.
It's like you like Survivor, just deleting people.
Get the fuck out. My thing is, you go and pick him. You talk about for 20 minutes. Stop talking about it.
They asked me about it. You're talking about it now.
Well, because you're talking. I'm reacting to you talking about it on the show.
They asked me about it.
There's also way more to this game that I can't bring up yet. I can't wait till the show ends. I can't wait till the show ends.
We're gonna be at the reunion.
I can't wait.
I would just say, Dave, on this thing, like, I'm sure you think you're right. You may very well be right, but the court of public opinion has weighed in, and no matter what you do, they're just gonna say you're wrong, and it's gonna get.
I
the more
agree.
you talk about it, the worse it's gonna be.
Man, I'm off the show that forced me to talk about it.
Okay,
so I don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It was a pretty important part of that show. BFF.
I understand that. But then you do a thing.
Why'd you pick sides?
I didn't pick sides.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Do you want me to talk about it again?
Look at his face. No, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But I mean,
then don't put me in the box because I will talk about it again.
You took a side. People take sides in fights. You took a side.
No.
One's still here. One's not. I mean, that's not even an argument.
One is still here. One is not. Correct.
Yep.
Now you are Belichick.
No.
One is not here. It's a fact. I like Grace. I do not like some people I don't like. I like Grace.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And she's with Alex Cooper now, right?
Correct.
That's good. That's probably a good. Did she have to sign anything that says she can't talk about anything? Because you left her with her.
She hasn't signed anything. No
NDA. She can talk about whatever she wants to talk about.
So
I'm not an NDA
she's
guy.
just gonna go on there and just spill everything, and then you're gonna be having to talk about it again. Or are you saying no matter what she says moving forward, you're done with this game?
No, I am not saying that.
No chance. What are you crazy?
If I feel like there's things that aren't truthful or not telling the whole story, I will react to it.
Yeah, that's reasonable. No,
okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
I mean, I didn't say anything about her going on well. I wish her well. I didn't make a big stink. Nothing. Good luck to her. I'm glad she's found a home. I'm surprised. If I were her, I wouldn't have done it. But
why do you say that?
Why?
That's a great spot, isn't it? Or am I wrong?
I just feel like she's at the point. She's blowing up, so popular. What do you need a network for? She wants to do comedy. You give away part of your.
But she's with what's her face, right?
Cooper, Alex.
No, but is he does something with Whitney Cummings or something?
Yeah, but she was doing that anyway. Like, why do you need a network to do that?
Right. Yeah.
What's on the outline?
All Whitney cares about is surviving. He didn't give a fuck about this story.
No, I really. What's on? But there is a thing that Whitney Cummings did a video saying there needs to be an HR department at Barstool.
Dave's going after her, saying that she shouldn't have a filter. It was very mean. I don't.
Wait, what? I'm missing.
Dave's like a woman her age shouldn't be using a filter. It was very. I thought very.
He's like, but if you come on Survivor, I won't vote you off.
Oh, come on, Survivor. She's cut her in half for age wise. Dave will have two of them. He'll have a girl named.
Oh, she took a shot at us. I have no problem. I like Whitney Cummings. I think she's funny. Met her a bunch. Savage. I'm just saying she threw on a hell of a filter to make that video. That's all I'm saying.
I think she looked great. I think all of them looked great. Yeah.
What about the Bosco freaking out when I said he was dumb?
That to me looks a little.
I think. Well, I said right away he wasn't off his meds.
No, I don't think he was.
Wasn't off his meds.
I think it was a bit.
I saw it.
I think Rico. I think we're in Bitsy Bosco.
That was Bitsy. That was Bitsy.
Yeah.
But he's playing a good game. People have been dogging him going back. So he made you flush out that idol, and then he's mad that you said it was his idea.
I think the problem. I mean, again, he may win. So, but like, if I'm watching the game, I'm thinking, as usual, he's so undisciplined. Though he's talking to everybody. He can't help himself.
He had a tracker on me the entire game. If I just turned, he was there. It's like
last night, you're like, just get the fuck away from me. In some way, you got to do that.
What happened again when you called him? Because he came up to you right after you lost. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
What did he say that was so dumb? I can't remember.
Well, what happened was, and this is where they make him. He's like, how'd they know you had an idol? I'm like, well, it's public, you fucking idiot. You're not even on my tribe.
I mean, it's at the tribal.
So dumb. He's so dumb.
What? You gave up that you had an idol? He's in my fucking tribe, you idiot. All right. You're the dumbest guy. You got to get away from me. We're fighting for a life.
All right.
You're
I asked you one question.
He's in my tribe.
All right.
It's like it's a punchable face.
Oh, and Dave was really fighting for his life. You were really fucking worried. Oh, I didn't even play it. And you gutted me and Roan and Francis.
Oh, got it.
I wasn't
fucking guy. You didn't tell me it was public. No, that's not me being
that was awesome.
Fucking dumb. That you didn't tell me.
Hey.
You don't call me dumb when I'm not fucking dumb.
Do you think that's an act? Get out of here.
I will say, I definitely don't think that part. I definitely, once he says don't call me dumb because I'm not dumb, I definitely think he's not dumb. And you changed my mind completely.
Dumb?
No, that was not an act. That was real old school Bosco.
I give Ron credit last night, man. He did everything he could. Like, he fought fucking hard.
He fought just like I did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could have learned a lesson from him.
Yeah.
I will give Dave credit. I said on my show as well. I don't know if you were on the call or not, but I would tell anybody who works anywhere once in their life, if they can have a 4-minute company end of the year meeting where you get a bonus and like, then you're just done. That was
awesome.
Yes.
That was awesome.
My producers, of course, weren't on the call.
You're the man, Dave. You're the man. Your producers weren't on?
No, they weren't. But it was a good meeting.
I'm not going to go down a breakdown of everything. People who did great know they did great. And, you know, people are working hard, know they're working hard. And we thank you and appreciate it. That's all I got. Bye. Happy holidays.
You think a hardcore Republican like Dave would say Merry Christmas with, but no. Happy holidays. Yeah.
No.
Happy holidays.
I see on this sheet, even Nadeau says you've lost your fastball. I mean,
listen, I love it. I love when Nadeau comes in. And Nadeau, we have what was the main? It made all the way to the main wire.
Once you make the main wire, it's you've finally landed, Dave. It's finally happened for you. Congratulations. The main wire. Steve Robinson breaking news.
Unbelievable.
Dave, yeah, you look brutal online with the Brie O'Malley thing. That's all right, though. You're still alive in Survivor.
He is still alive in Survivor. That's true.
Fucking A.
I'm getting texted that there may have been a key close to you, by the way, during the presidency.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just so you know.
No. From who?
I won't say who, but yeah. Somebody in the game.
mean, it just was surreal. I'm like, you're going home. He's like, all right, let me sit here and watch President's Cup golf.
You know what you were doing? You were pouting.
I went into the show saying I wouldn't search for an idol at any point.
You stuck to your word.
I said
when you were mad that you got eliminated, I was mad at myself. Yeah, I was so happy that you were mad, but I was stunned. Like I'm like this. I was a little confused. I'm like, wait a minute. He thought he was safe. How dumb is this guy? But I wanted you to be mad. I wanted you to be enraged. So I
know. And it worked. You got me. I thought I'd stick around for content.
So good if you want a challenge or two, maybe we had a chance.
Those challenges, I mean,
he fucked you on the. Were you still around for the puzzle?
I wasn't around for the puzzle. I wasn't around for the puzzle, and then I wasn't around, obviously, for last night's Connect 4, where these assholes had a 15.
It's a crazy collapse.
The lead you had is just.
I missed one shot the whole game. I was putting it where I wanted.
Well,
really?
Yeah. A bunch of us did well in that game. That was good.
And Rico's trying to throw the game, correct? Yes. All I needed was you to throw a game. Fuck.
But I don't know how you throw it.
That's a hard game to throw.
Yeah, because he was close.
I mean, unless you throw it fucking obviously, but you can't do that either. So.
Yeah, but I feel like if you put a bunch of speed on it, it would be way more likely to bounce.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. So, what else you go with?
Do we get right into after the break, like what the big one?
Yeah. I think some of that's going to start manifesting. I think we can't give anything away, but would you agree, David?
Oh my God!
Would you agree? It gets more.
We're just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
We're just the engine's just starting.
Yeah,
That's the first episode back.
Yeah, I believe so.
One of the first.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Not going to be a great New Year for some people. I will say that.
Oh my God!
All right.
Nothing else for you. Fuck you.
All right. Goodbye.
See ya.